Next on Good Morning El Paso, breaking overnight. A man is dead after getting hit by a car in the lower valley. Our round-the-clock crew is on the scene.
And parents are getting a chance to speak out about the latest changes at EPISD. Could schools be closing in order to save the district millions? We'll have the latest.
And just how did a man manage to jump the fence and get into the White House? The details on the blunders, from failing radios to alarms not working.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
If you're just joining us, a man is dead this morning after being hit by a car. This happened overnight near Midway and Alameda.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Good Morning El Paso on this Friday morning. I'm Hillary Floren.
And I'm Stephanie Valle. We get to our round-the-clock coverage just ahead of weather right now. The surrounding area has been shut down as traffic investigators are on the scene. And that is where we find round-the-clock reporter Andrew J. Polk. Andrew, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning, Hillary and Stephanie. This street here at the intersection of Alameda and Midway is still shut down. The light is just starting to come out here, but you can see behind me, special traffic investigators are still on the scene investigating what exactly happened overnight. Now, what we know so far is that a Hispanic man was struck and killed around 2 a.m. this morning, and special traffic investigators have been interviewing witnesses and the driver of that vehicle. Now, we don't have any more information about the man or the driver or the man he struck. We're hoping to find out more details later today, but the biggest thing you could need to know about this for today is that with Alameda completely shut down, this is right in front of Riverside High School, and it could be shut down for hours more this morning, and so that could create a huge traffic problem for you. So be very aware of this and be safe. We've seen a few people almost skid straight through this police tape, so be safe and keep this in mind for your commute this morning. Hopefully we'll have more details as more information becomes available. So for now, reporting live in the Lower Valley, Andrew J. Polk, ABC7.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew, for that live report. And it was a cold night. It's still cold this morning. Be sure and bundle up as you head out. You saw Andrew just dressed for the cold right there.
Yes, and Crystal, we are going to have to bundle up, especially today.
You guys definitely right. Bundling up, best plan of action as you head out the door for work, because we are still very cold this morning. Not quite as cold as yesterday. Your wind chills aren't in the teens and low 20s, but still. Wind chill of 30, 34 your actual temperature outside at the El Paso International Airport. Winds, good news, are a little lighter than yesterday. 5 miles per hour officially, and with lighter winds, you have a better chance of it not feeling like we're in the 20s. Right now, again, your wind chill temperature at 30 degrees outside in El Paso. Las Cruces at 32 degrees with an official of 36. We're mostly clear this morning, and we will be through the rest of today. The good news today is, while we have that cold air mass over us right now, it is starting to, as you can see, the clouds tracking along to the east. As the colder air moves east, warmer air can move in from the west. We'll talk how high your temperatures go up in about 10 minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Crystal. Will the El Paso Independent School District close school campuses to save $30 million? If so, which schools are on the chopping block? Some of the proposals include combining Bond Elementary and Lincoln Middle into one school, Terrace Hills Middle, Collins Elementary, and Newman Elementary into another, and there are a half dozen more schools that could merge with another school. ABC7 was at the community meeting last night held at Burgess High. Members of the steering committee say by 2019 the district could lose up to 5,000 students, and that means, of course, a loss of money. Trustee Susie Bird has no say at this point because the Board of Managers is currently in charge, but she says the issue deserves a lot more time.
I do still think that they need some more time to get real meaningful input back from the community, but I am really glad that they decided at least to push it back for a couple months.
There is still a lot more to be decided as the district is looking to hold at least 4 more public meetings in the coming weeks. Right now, if you go to KVIA.com, we have a list of all of those meetings as well as the full list of schools under review for consolidation or closure. And while you're on that same page, why not take the EPISD survey?
An employee with El Paso Electric is recovering this morning after being shocked while working on a power line. It happened yesterday near Afton, New Mexico. The worker was flown to University Medical Center here in El Paso. Officials with El Paso Electric say Border Patrol agents came to the man's rescue and helped revive him. No word on his condition this morning. And new this morning, 2 arrests have been made this week by police after an investigation into a burglary gone bad. The incident happened back in September on the 200 block of Limonite. That's on the west side. Police say these are the suspects, 18-year-old Javier Magadan and 19-year-old Enrique Lopez. They say they broke into a home, got caught, and then got into a fight with the resident. But then they came back to the house to attack the resident with rocks. Magadan was arrested days after the incident, and Lopez was arrested on Tuesday.
A dog is shot by a police officer, but officials say the officer had no choice. The shooting happened around noon yesterday on the 3000 block of Mobile in Central. A resident who saw the shooting says she was shocked. The dog was attacking the officer and that happened. We learned the officer was serving a warrant at the home when a dog that lived there tried to attack him. Police say he fired only one round. Witnesses say the dog is a pit bull. It's in the custody of Animal Services and at last check was still alive.
Questions remain this morning about the sudden resignation of the county elections administrator Javier Chacon. We told you Wednesday that Chacon resigned, but no reason was given. The chairman for the Democratic Party, Butch Maya, says Chacon did not want to resign. He says he was the only one who voted to keep Chacon when it came up in executive session. County Judge Veronica Escobar declined to comment, as did Republican Party Chairman Tom Holmesley, who were both on the County Elections Commission. Chacon had been with the county for more than 30 years, 7 of those years as elections administrator. It was a perfect storm of security blunders. A man jumped the White House fence in September and got all the way to the East Room.
A lot of people still amazed by that. A new report, though, from Homeland Security details just what went wrong that day. Here's ABC's Timon Bradley with the details.
It's a damning report. Investigators say this White House fence jumper made it inside the building because of Secret Service blunders. The mistakes were performance-based, organizational, and technical, the report says. Alarms did not work, radios failed, and officers were out of position when Omar Gonzalez jumped the fence, ran inside, and overpowered a female guard. Gonzalez made it all the way to the East Room, past stairs that led to the first family's residence. The report says no one was in a position to catch him. There is harsh criticism for an officer who had an attack dog. He was inside his van on his personal cell phone without his radio earpiece in. He didn't have his backup radio either. That was left in his locker. His errors contributed to the slow response.
We all are outraged within the Secret Service of how this incident came to pass.
The incident and other embarrassing missteps led to the resignation of Secret Service Director Julia Pearson. She was replaced by Joe Clancy, a retired agent who was in charge of President Obama's personal security detail from 2009 to 2011.
He's also somebody who has the full confidence of the President, the First Lady.
The report also raises questions about whether Secret Service personnel are overworked and whether the officers who guard the grounds have adequate training.
Congress still wants answers. The acting Secret Service director is expected to appear on the Hill next week. Timon Bradley, ABC News, Washington.
A live look at traffic now. A pretty shot there as the sun's about to come up. I-10 and Wrestler is what you're looking at right now. And traffic is moving smoothly this morning if you're just heading out the door this morning.
At 6:08, as the investigation continues into the disappearance of the 43 missing students in Mexico.
Activists back here in the borderland are protesting. They're protesting the lack of action from the border region. Why they say America needs to be held accountable.
And consumer experts say the month of November is the best month for shoppers to score some major deals. Why you don't have to wait until Black Friday to see those discounts.
And we'll check in with Crystal again. We can't talk about the cold enough this morning and warn people as they're heading out that they do need to bundle up.
Unfortunately so, still talking near freezing conditions this morning, but the good news, we do look like we'll warm up nicely this afternoon and right on into your weekend. Your Saturday, Sunday breakdown after the break.
This is ABC 7, where news comes first.